What's up, you guys? This is Fang slash VA here, coming at you with a new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing another ghost one. Now, I know what you all are saying. I know that all of you are probably like, "Oh my god, give us the Sonic stuff." Like I said, things will be getting back to normal here, a little bit this week. So, next week for sure, we should be back to the normal stream of videos.
It's just we
Um,
have really bad ghost brain, bro.
Pretty much, which is a band I highly recommend.
Yes.
Um, so I figured we would just do a general ghost discussion,
And you do a
and
funny discussion.
yeah. So, anyways, let's get to it then.
Okie dokie. So,
One of us is, yeah.
I was gonna help with the starting off of the discussion before you said something.
Okie dokie.
So, overall opinion on the band.
Overall opinion on the band. Well,
Yes.
first and foremost, they suck.
Ah!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow!
Ghost is a band that is amazing. It really is something special.
Really
and
good.
I know that there are a lot of people that don't quite understand why people like them. And I know that Ghost is a band that does get quite a bit of hate
Oh
because
yeah.
of how they sound and how
Their attire and everything else.
well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about from other metalheads. I'm not talking
Oh,
about like,
from other. I thought. My
yeah.
bad. My brain was going somewhere else with that. My bad.
I know. There is a funny tidbit about that I will mention here. Ironically, that you mentioned those type of people, but a lot of metalheads, they don't like how they sound. They don't like Tobias's voice and all that. Which, even though I do understand that, in my opinion, it's like metalheads also have a bad reputation of not being open-minded, especially mainly the elitists.
Yeah. And I think Tobias has a pretty voice. He has a good voice.
Yeah, he does. He has a lot of range, in my opinion. He's able to do growls. He's able to sing pretty high, like not like Rob Halford or Judas Priest high, but
he
pretty,
can sing high.
yeah. But no, like, Ghost is a band that is just, to put it simply, it's magic. I think that's the best way I can.
It really is. Like, to add on to that, like, as someone that went to my first ritual, aka concert.
Which, by the way, you guys can totally watch our opinion on that concert from the previous video we did. So,
yeah.
Shameless plug.
It really is magical being at the concert, seeing some of the songs you've heard when you first got introduced to it by. With me, it was by this fucker right here.
Hi.
Seeing songs that you have listened to a lot being sung live, there's just something really magical about it. Like, legit, Babe can test. This is the only time I'm gonna say anything about the concert. Babe can testify. I almost cried. I legit almost cried.
Yeah, especially when they started playing our song and all that.
Yeah, it was like hearing it live is so different than hearing it when you're listening to it on YouTube or Spotify.
Ghost, and I can say this for sure, kind of like with Metallica, they sound a lot better live than they do on the album.
Oh God, yeah. Dude, that Metallica concert last year, but we ain't going into that. We're talking about Ghost right now.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great concert.
But there is a video on Babe's channel about that as well.
So, we did do one?
yes, it's either this channel or it's on the Demonic Duo one of the two.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways.
And yeah, no, like, this was my second time seeing them. Although when I first saw them, I was pretty close up. I wasn't too close up, but I was close up enough to where, like, I could see them pretty good. But seeing them in a arena and sold out concert and all that, just seeing how big Ghosts got, and it's like, yeah, I played a small role in this.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten so many people into Ghosts, and I'm still doing it because, in my opinion, it's like there are so many people that complain about how music sucks nowadays, and music which of course comes from a lot of people from the older demographic and all that.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's like, well, are you guys searching up for new bands? Because there's always some good, amazing bands that comes out every year. And I'm gonna say this for the younger generation too, is that if the only music that you are consuming is what is popular nowadays, then you, in my opinion, you guys have no idea what's out there.
Oh, very much so.
And like, perfect example, right? I just found a band that it's a female-led doom metal band that sings fantasy lyrics, and how I got introduced to them was because of a YouTuber I watched, and it's like, huh,
so
look at there.
That's cool. That's how you got introduced into them.
Mm-hmm. I'm always trying to get in new bands. Like, one of the bands that I discovered on my own, they're called Void. They're a thrash metal band from California, and their first album really impressed me because I love thrash metal, and I found out that they are signed to a label, which means guess what Fane is going to eventually get himself on vinyl.
Oh.
Their first album.
Oh.
And also their new album that's going to be coming out. So, and I've been saying that too, like ever since I listened to that first Void album, that if they were to put out actual physical copies, I'd buy them and support them.
That is true. You did say that.
And I'll buy a freaking t-shirt too, so that people can be like, hey, what's that band on your shirt? It's like, oh, they're Void. They're thrash metal from California and all that. But anyways, back to Ghost. But that's basically the basis of my point.
Oh, yeah.
There's always new music coming out, and to me, that kind of sounds like to me when I hear people say that's like, you guys are not looking hard enough, or that you guys are being too picky. Not dissing, not hating, just simply putting my 2 cents in it.
Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I have liked the band since he first introduced me to them. Like,
yep, 2016.
Yeah. So, plus
that was the start. That was the start of me trying to get you more into
metal.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you first, this kind of goes into how he got me into it. Because before he started suggesting songs to me, he was like, "Have you heard any metal bands?" And I'm sitting here going, "Well, there's been a few. I think that's about like Metallica. I got introduced to these in high school." He goes, "Okay, we're getting you into more." and that's how I got into the Ghost, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, what pretty much a Ghost, like, I'm always on the fence when I know that someone, even though that you're not, and this now, I'm gonna warn people, but I'm about ready to say, it does kind of break a rule on my channel. As people know, I don't normally talk about religion or politics on the channel too much.
But it
But
kind of
because of
goes
her,
into of me though, so
yeah, yeah. One of the thing that I always try to do for people, especially when I know that they're remotely religious, is I warn them about the fact that they do have satanic themes in their music, and it is one of those things that you know that I do warn people on because I know how weird some people are with
no for
that,
that,
and
yeah.
and I want to give them a heads up. Um, for me, I've never had a problem with it because I've always been more attracted to the darker things of life in life. You know, I find darkness beautiful. Um, Now, do not get that twisted. I mean, I do not have a robe in my closet and I don't have a pentagram underneath my bed, which I better go to that meeting tomorrow. So
Wait, what?
I'm kidding. That's a joke. Just in case people don't understand that joke I made, I say it a lot because metalheads do get labeled a lot of stuff that they aren't, one of them being that we're satanic, and that's a little bit of a dig I say, just because I find it so ridiculous. But you know, but I mean, look, I'm not super duper religious, but I do believe that how to word this.
It.
I do be, I do believe that something did create us, and plus there are things that I have done that has happened that I cannot explain. Like after I prayed and all that. Um, but my philosophy is that, and I mean this in no disrespect to anyone, there's only one person that can judge me for my taste in music, and that's the big man upstairs.
Oh yeah.
If he has a problem with what I listen to or what I watch, then he can condemn me for it himself. Because after all, if after all, he did give us free will.
This is
So,
true.
but that's the only religion talk I'm going to
Oh
say.
yeah. That was because of my whole background when he got me into more metal stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um. So.
Yeah, I started out. Yeah, I started out pretty tame with you. I started out with the more passive pants, and then
You
I got
slowly
heavy,
upgraded me to heavier shit.
and then I started getting you to listen to death metal and all that.
Yeah, so when it comes to the different types of metal, he has introduced me to all of it.
Did I introduce you to Mayhem yet?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, you did. Okay, so typical discussion question arise. Out of all the papas, which one are you more biased towards?
Well, didn't we talk
We
about this?
did, but I wanted you to state why you're biased towards this papa.
Okay, so even though that I know that the fan base has given him a nickname, however, I'm a old school Ghost fan, so I have not adapted to the nicknames for the previous three papas. So I'm gonna call him by his actual title, by his actual name. Um, my favorite is Papa Emeritus the Second. I like him not only because he was technically the first one that made me go, whoa, he looks cool, but his costume was always the more. It was the last of its kind. It was, in a lot of ways, Infacissimum, in my opinion, was kinda. How to word this?
Word it as best as you can.
Ghost has always said that they were a horror movie pretty much come to life. And with Papa 2, he does look scary. Like his and plus two, he had the best overall face makeup out of all of them, including the new one.
Yeah.
And with Papa 3, if they kept his error makeup, just so that a lot of New Year Ghost fans understand, is that Papa 3, when he first debuted, he had a different face paint on. And compared to the actual one that he ended up with, I still prefer the error one because to me it's like, well, it makes sense. He's supposed to be Papa 2's younger brother. It resembles Papa 2, and overall he looked pretty cool. And then we got the face paint that people dubbed back then the Panda.
The panda. Wait, they called it the panda?
Yeah, a lot of people
I
were
did
like,
not
what
know that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it got to the point to where like there, like it wasn't like a negative divide amongst Ghost fans about like which face makeup is better, but it's like I was still part of the group. I was like, I still prefer the error one, which I will send you a picture so you can throw it in here.
Yeah,
Just to show people what he
please,
looks
because
like.
if I try googling that, I get the face food. A lot of different things are gonna pop up
Yeah,
for me, and I'm not gonna know what in the world.
yeah. There's a guy on eBay that sells Pop 3 masks, and eventually I plan on buying some ghost masks from him, and I want to see if he'll do me up a Papa 3 with that
With the
face
error
mask.
face mask.
Yeah. Yeah. Um but yeah, no, like Papa 2 just had he had the staff. He had
That's true, he did.
he had a different voice to him. His voice was a lot deeper when he talked. And he was also the first Papa that had a casual look. Believe it
Oh
or
yeah,
not.
that's right. He did have a casual look, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. And plus, that album was my first Ghost album, so
True.
I'm very partial towards the. Not to say I don't enjoy the newer stuff, because I do. I really do.
He does. I can attest to this. He does.
But in my opinion, seeing them in a arena was cool. But seeing them back during their old school days, in
Before they started
theaters,
playing arenas.
yeah, yeah, in theaters and all that, I will always take that over them playing arenas. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for Tobias. I know that's what he wanted to do, but it's just overall, it's like
Think
there
of
were.
it this way, hon. With that, you literally got to watch them grow.
Yeah, pretty much. That was my first time ever witnessing that.
Yeah.
Something like that. I saw a band visually grow. They won a Grammy. I was so happy for them. They played on a late night TV, show, which caused a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, at this point, right, from 2010 to 2016, Ghost was a band. And I will stand by that theory that Tobias was definitely the one steering the ship. But like I said previously, I do know things that kind of, you know, that kind of debunks any of the stuff that he said in interviews regarding, like, how, you know, the people that has recorded on the albums and people that played live or different things, like, well, one, during the Infestissimum days, well, when they recorded that was with the actual lineup. When you hear the guitars, a lot of the main guitars is with Alpha and Omega.
This is true.
There's, and you can tell. And a lot of new Ghost fans, I don't think they quite know that stuff because, again, yes, Tobias wrote on the music. 100%. I'm not going to discredit him for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, at the end of the day, I do like Tobias, but the whole thing about how, like, there's been a lot of lineups and how, not everyone that's played live has played on the albums. That's total, to put it simply, that's BS. Because most of the ghouls that has left has been literally the drummer or the bass player.
You make a valid point with that.
And Martin Personer, who is Omega, he co-wrote songs with Tobias. He does have writing credits, and not just on Zenith and Year Zero. He has stuff on other songs too. So, if it was just a solo project, what do you have your band playing on those albums, and why do you have one of the members co-writing songs with you?
Exactly.
But look, I'm not trying to anger any Ghost fans that do believe that what Tobias says.
This is a discussion. And opinions will be shared.
And plus, besides, I'm a freaking old school Ghost fan. I have every right to freaking express this. So, yeah. A lot of your newer fans that got into them during Impera or the current album, you guys don't have any. I'm kidding.
Then there's me who got it when Babe got me into them, was right in the middle of Papa 3's time.
Pretty much. But yeah, no, like Papa 2 is my favorite.
I mean that's understandable.
And not to mention, he was the last Papa that did not act like a complete clown on stage. And I say that lovingly, by the way.
Speaking of the Papas after Papa 2, seeing some of the stuff that they do on stage is pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
What cracks me up about the new one was that clip during Dance Macabre, and he goes full on sass mode, and then he goes
so sassy.
You wanna dance for me, you motherfuckers?
He is so sassy. Love him.
Which does not beat that allegations of that one theory.
No, it don't. But maybe while they're on break, we might get a new chapter. Who knows?
They better. I'm ready to see
We
Tobias versus Tobias.
we need more lore, damn it!
I want to see Tobias versus Tobias.
And just in case people that too, that's gonna be funny. People that don't know, the Ghost YouTube channel has a playlist called The Chapters, which is quite literally ghost lore for the band.
Yeah, they are the only mass band as far as I'm concerned. Maybe Sleep Token might have lore. I'm not sure.
Have to look
as
into
far
that.
As I know, they are one of the only bands like mass bands that actually has lore to them.
And it's really good. Plus, there's also the movie Right Here, Right Now.
Yeah, which is the
has lore in it too.
Yeah, which is kind of the giving, which is the final thought before thing.
Yeah. So there's lore in that, and it's just the ghost community can be really, really cool people, really nice people.
I mean, quite literally, seeing those fan interviews in the Goldbanger Ball, like, they're correct. Like, being a part of the ghost community, like, everyone is just super cool with one another.
Exactly.
And, because we all come from different walks of life, and the ones that really, that made me, I'm not gonna lie, I teared up at some of the interviews, especially when, like, some of them said that they lost their mom and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, I totally understand what they're going through, because, like I said, I lost mine in 2023.
Same here.
You didn't lose yours in 2023. What?
No, I meant what?
Okay. Oh,
I did. Wasn't talking about the year.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You just said that at a very awkward point.
Sorry, I was gonna
It's
say
fine,
it
it's
when
fine.
you said about the losing
Wrong.
mom thing. No, ow. Yeah.
Also, boop.
Ah. But anyways, from what they found out with the one that we went to, they weren't allowed to record footage there.
Yeah, which really angered me. But what was cool was, she actually interviewed the guy that took the famous picture of Ozzy lifting up Randy, which, ironically enough, that's the shirt I wore to the concert because.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, right, when that happened, Ozzy just passed, like, the week
before. Yeah. And you even had someone compliment your shirt.
Yeah.
One of the staff there complimented your shirt.
Yeah. Trust me, there was a lot of people wearing Ozzy and Savage
shirts. Yeah, they were, yeah.
Because the metal community is grieving. Still is grieving.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have to do that Ozzy tribute video. It's a hard video to make because it's like, what is there to say?
Yeah. I do suggest with that, write notes down.
Yeah, I probably will. So, in your opinion, how do you feel about a Adventure tour to where they're only playing songs from the third album up?
Third album.
From Meliora to whatever new album that comes out at the time. Like, how do you feel about a future without any songs from the first two albums?
Now, I know the album names, but I don't know their orders, which I need to start memorizing. What are the first two?
Opus Eponymous and Infinitesimum.
I hate my brain. I was gonna say those two. And my brain's like, no, you're wrong. um, honestly, I hope that they don't do that.
Yeah,
Because
the reason why
both those albums have some really good songs on them.
yeah, and it, even though like I'm not, I know that some people are gonna be like, well, you can't prove that the West. Like I'm saying that as just in case if they ever did, because it got super scary there for a while because they took out Monsters Clock. The only song that they were playing
There was a song that I saw on TikTok, because I've been getting a lot of ghost stuff on TikTok popping up for me. Said there was a song that they played that they hadn't played in 7 years live.
7 years. What was that? What year was 7 years ago?
7 years ago was 20. Let's see, 24, 25, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 8, 2017, 2018.
That might have been Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Because Elizabeth has become a bit of a rare staple because Tobias has claimed that it's hard to sing. But clearly he can still sing it pretty well, so...
Oh, yeah, considering we heard it, yeah.
Yeah, no, like I said, like I'm gonna repeat what I said from that video. Hearing that first that first chord, dun, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you probably saw me light up immediately.
You did, and I'm just sitting here going, hurry up, merchandise people, move faster.
That's still something I want to tell people. I understand that you guys are wanting to see the shirts up close, but if you guys have not figured out what merch you wanted while you're in line, at least be courteous to the people that are behind you, because we want to get our merch, we want to get to our seats as much as you do. You taking time to, I mean, like what? I think that there was even one person in front of us that was literally looking at every single thing.
Yeah. And they were in line just as long as we were seeing everything that was there.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, I understand that you guys want to make sure that what you guys want is what you guys want. But keep in mind, a lot of people are probably just as antsy as you are to get your merch and to get your sheets before the show starts. Because of how long people took sometimes, it literally made us miss 5 freaking songs.
Yeah.
3 of them, 2 of them, which was super nostalgic for me because they played that at my first Ghost show, which was Spirit and Per Aspera. And we also missed Elizabeth, even though we could hear them.
It's not the
it was
same
still
as seeing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we missed that. Which kind of sucks because I've seen where someone posted footage of when they first started playing Peacefield.
Mhm.
And Papa 5 was singing while the curtains around the stage thing was still up, and then at a certain point the lights would start lighting up and they would drop the curtain.
Yeah, and then you heard the when the curtain comes out. Was funny enough when that happened when we were in line, I felt the venue move a little bit.
Oh yeah, it shook. It shook.
And so, on to my next question. Is there any Order Ghost song that you want to see them play live?
Hold on.
At your next show?
Hold on. Let me get a list real quick.
Or maybe a song that you know they haven't played.
Well, let me get the ghost song lists up at the moment. Because if I don't get a list up, I'm not going to be able to figure out what song. Let's see. One of the older ones and a song I would want them to sing that hasn't been on
Correct.
before. Shit.
Either that they haven't played before, or that they haven't played in a while, or a long time.
No, wait, yeah, they did play that at our concert, didn't they? I'm looking at the list right now, so. You know, there is a song that actually comes to mind. Now,
What?
after looking at a song from this album,
What?
if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Yeah, that is a song that you haven't seen live.
No.
I got a very special version when I saw them. They did it the acoustic way.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a song actually I do want to see them play live again. If they
For me?
if they go acoustic for it, you know what? Go for it.
See, here's the thing. I'm a little bit biased towards that. I wouldn't want them to do it acoustically because I loved the arrangement that Alpha and Omega did for guitar.
That's understandable.
For me, yes, I'm biased. I know.
You biased little shit.
A song that they haven't played or haven't played in a long time. Honestly, with this new lineup, I want to see them try Deaths of Satan Eyes from the second album. They've only played that a handful of times.
That you know what? You have a point with that. Oh my goodness. I think we both picked pretty good songs on that one.
Yeah, same era.
Same era too, yeah.
Just admit it, Papa 2's better than Papa 3. Just admit it already.
I can't! I love Papa 3, okay? Then again, I like all the Papas, but Papa 3's like my favorite. But I love all the Papas.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I do as well, but Papa 2 is better.
Oh my god, I am gonna boop you.
I mean, he's not a Twinkle Toes. He's not a drama queen.
Wait, are you calling Papa 3 a drama queen?
Papa 3 has his moments, and 5. 5 is very much a drama queen.
I was about to say 5 is sassy as hell. Yeah.
But.
And the fact you hadn't mentioned that he was a ghost. Wow. Wow.
I mean, so is Sisto.
True. But so is Papa 2.
We don't know if he's a ghost. That's the problem.
Well, he might be. He might not be. We'll never know.
My boy got.
It's the mystery that has yet to be solved.
That chapter still traumatized me.
Oh my! It did. It does me too, cause it's like, the fuck. And then you're wondering. I'm not gonna say too much about it because just in case people that hasn't seen it wants to watch it. Then you're wondering who was the one that actually did the to them.
Well, considering that it was named as Ghoul, Sato. In terms of the ghost lore, Sato. Why are you laughing?
The fucking gremlin. Huh. Gonna need to have some words with Sado.
Um, but so in terms of what they could do, since right now they're on break until the 23rd of September. We could get a new chapter. They could actually
hoping we get a new chapter, and then we've also talked about them maybe dropping an EP.
Yeah. If they don't do it in between now and then, they might do it maybe in November.
Yeah.
If they don't, it'll probably be sometime next week, because they always do. They always drop something, and then they will pretty much tour again for that thing. So, like for example, during actually it started with the Papa 2 days. They dropped Infinitesimum, and then later on that year they dropped If You Have Ghost. During the Papa 3, they dropped Meliora in 2015, and then they dropped Popestar in 2016 along with Zenith. 2018, they dropped Prequel, and then they came out with this. Well, if you got a certain final version, you got this bonus 7-inch that had 2 songs on there. And then in 2019, they dropped 7 inches of Satanic Panic, and Para came out. Then they did that cover EP, and then they dropped Future in a Foreign Land for the movie soundtrack. So they're always doing something.
Something, yeah. It's just they always keep the fans wondering on what that something's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's never a dull moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're always dropping something for us fans to consume, and especially with the comic series, which I need to get my grubby little hands on.
They had it there at the...
I know, I would have gotten it, but it was one of those things too. I was like, well, I do know they're going to be coming out with a version that has all 4 issues in it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You got a good point with that.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yep.
Yeah. And you know me with comics is that if I don't start from the very beginning, I always wait for something like that.
That is true. Anyways.
Now, do you have any Ghost guitars?
Yes, I have the Black RD one, remember?
Yeah, no, that's why I'm asking.
Yes. I has one. I even got the stickers for when I help you get the white one for you. Of the symbol of Alpha and Omega.
Wait, did you put the Omega symbol on the...
I don't have it on there yet. I have the stickers put up. But it is not on there yet because I need to figure out exactly where to put the sticker. I'm really picky about that because of my artistic side.
and technically you also have a very obscure Ghost guitar because they did, starting out, I believe it might have been Alpha, but he was playing a Black SG.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
That footage I sent you on TikTok? From
Oh, yeah, I remembered that footage. I didn't know that was an SG, though.
Yep, it was an SG.
Holy shit. Well, then.
Unfortunately, I do not have any Ghost guitars.
You will eventually, though.
I want to get myself a white RD, and I will try to find a way to see which pickups they had in theirs, because they said, Alpha said in this interview that it was Seymour Duncan. I just don't know which Seymour Duncan pickups it was.
There should be a way to figure that out.
And also want to get myself a Hextrum Phantomon in white. And then I also want to get myself a white Strat that's similar to the one that Sato plays.
Yeah, I was about to say, I do know you want you 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 kind of relate to Sato a little bit.
I've continued the tradition and started with Alpha that I've always related to the white guitar code, except for you, Infred. I don't like you.
I was wondering when you was gonna bring Ifrit up.
But no, in all honesty, no, I do not hate Infred. I don't dislike. I mean, look, if I got offered to join Ghost, I probably would have taken the offer too. It's just one of those things that lawsuit.
A lot of things happened.
It broke my heart. It angered me completely, and I almost got out of Ghost because of it.
Yeah, I know.
But then all of a sudden, my passion for them came back, and then Prequel came out, and it's like when I thought I was out,
they brought me back in.
Yeah. So I do know that eventually I plan on getting myself some a name school cosplay because I do want to form a Ghost Tribute band eventually.
I do plan on getting a Golett cosplay going eventually, and maybe, possibly Gingerbread Papas.
Nice.
Yes.
You know what? Depending on which twin you end up doing, I'll be the opposite one.
Just because of how sassy he is on stage, I might do Papa 5.
Oh, great. I get the salty one then. Got it.
Well, I mean, I plan on doing all the Papa's gender bent, so...
I'm picking on you.
I know. But the fratter do be a little bit salty.
Very salty.
Fucking be.
Well, is there anything more you want to talk about, or?
No, in a way to kind of close this, because we're slowly approaching a 1 hour mark here. We're almost at the 50-minute mark. I do say, if you haven't listened to Ghosts and you like listening to music, I do suggest checking them out. Like Babe said earlier in the video.
If you guys want a good place to start,
wouldn't them starting in Opus be a good one?
You know what? Start from the very beginning.
Yeah, go from the first album to the current one. Because that's kind of how Babe started me off. When he gave me 5 songs to listen to.
Yeah, pretty much. I gave you, like, a song that tried to represent, like, each of the era.
Yeah. So, just start from Opus and go all the way up to Skeleton.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys will have a good time listening to the music. Trust me. And if you find some songs that are relatable, it's okay. A lot of people a lot of people have songs from Ghost that are relatable.
Cenotaph for me.
Mine is Cenotaph, and then there's our song. And then there's a few other songs as well as that kind of hit me hard that weekend because of stuff that was... I'm not going to go too much into. But, yeah, there's been a few other songs added to my list that I can relate to. Pinnacle to the Pit being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think we did good for this discussion.
We certainly did.
Yay! You want to close it up, on?
Yep. So, anyways, you guys, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell button. And as always, you have Ghost. You have everything. Later, guys.
Bye bye.